Hey guys,
Welcome back to Bayts.
we are back. Well, no, we've said that so many times. Let's not say that this time. But hey guys, we have so much to talk about. Literally so much to talk about. And if you guys follow us on Instagram and YouTube, you know we're having another baby, and this time it's a girl.
We're gonna find out the gender.
We already found out.
I know. So crazy though. I still can't believe it. We have a lot that's like happened over the past year since Hanson's born.
Yeah.
And I feel like we were so like everything that was going on, we were stressed and like everything was like stretched out, like our plate basically. So the reasons the podcast got put on the back burner was because like we had to pick something to put down because we had so many things juggling. But
so we stopped vlogging as much, and then we completely stopped the podcast.
Yeah.
And we kind of slowed down on life just to deal with like, I guess, adult things.
Yeah.
Like things that people
minor
don't
inconveniences, and then also
major inconveniences.
being pregnant again with a new baby, basically.
And you guys were sick for a long time.
Yes.
Like literally the kids,
sick.
all the kids and Karen were sick for like, I would say like 2 or 3 months, right?
I think like 4 months.
It was insane. And I was, luckily I didn't get sick. And I mean, or unluckily, I didn't have any bed rest. I was just taking care of everyone at the same time.
Yeah.
So it was crazy. And
so we took January basically, like I know a lot of people like start their like goals in January, but I kind of took January to like plan what we want to accomplish this year and like what we want to like put our like soul into basically. And I know the podcast got put on the back burner, but Khoa is like, I really wanted to get the podcast back up and running.
I love the podcast.
I love it too, but it was like in my mind, it was like if I have to stop doing something because it was just overloaded, like my senses were literally overloaded, that was the thing I needed to like set down.
Mm-hmm.
So we took January, planned everything out. We hired an editor to help us with our vlogs because we'd have like a whole desktop with like 2 weeks worth of vlogs, and we just couldn't get it up because all the kids are always sick. We have school runs, everything, and there was just no time, especially with we have a lot of new business adventures that mainly Khoa is handling, and Khoa usually is the editor. Like I would edit, but I promise you guys it would not be very good.
What? No,
and
you're
it's
a
just
great
because
editor.
of my patience. Like editing takes a lot of patience, and I don't have any. So
yeah.
I
just don't like repeated clips or like sound pops and stuff like that.
And I don't pay attention to like the minor details like that. I'm like, which
you just rush it.
I'm not an editor. So,
and that's okay.
Yeah. So we hired an editor, and that has been helping us a lot. And so we've been able to like set up a schedule. We're going to be posting Monday, Wednesday, Friday on YouTube. And then the podcast we want to do once a week, and I already set up the Gmail account. We want to have you guys send in submissions and like answer questions, and
we can also call on Instagram.
Yeah.
Did you know that? That would be cool.
There's a better way to call. I feel like
Discord?
Yeah. Maybe it was Discord.
Yeah, it was Discord. Yeah.
So we can like do stuff like that and like be more interactive here and be more like raw and vocal rather than like the vlogs are more like not us talking 24 about like what's going on 24/7. So and it'll be really fun to like discuss like the new business stuff that we're doing. Khoa's been literally drowning in all of that. Like right now it's just the beginning, so I'm super excited to like finally announce that and get that out. And we'll probably just talk about it on the podcast. Yeah. And then once it's all done, we'll do a whole series on YouTube where you can see everything that we talked about here. So it'll be fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And we're going to start, well, I'm going to start, well, I've already started recording the whole process. And whenever it's all done and edited,
go to our Instagram and leave your guesses of what you think we're doing next.
We'll make it like a documentary series, and I think it'll be really cool and exciting. And I've thought of ways to like incorporate you guys and our YouTube audience into what we're making. So I think it'll be cool.
I know it's gonna be really fun.
Yeah. But
that kind of brings us like full circle to like whenever we announced the pregnancy, our title was the final chapter.
Yeah.
So we're kind of building our life outside of social media, so that not that we're gonna quit social media, but social media will no longer be our main source of income. And that's something that I've wanted for a really long time, because social media has always been like a passion of mine. But once it became like a full-time job, it does kind of take the passion away. So I'm excited to like get these business things started and that be our job and social media be our passion again. So that's what I'm excited about.
Yeah. And yeah, so the reason why it was also the final chapter is because, like, as sad as it is to think about and to say, like, we are probably closer to the end of our YouTube career than in the middle. Like, we're like towards the end of it. And yeah, just like Karen said, we're not going to be gone completely, but I miss the daily vlogs and like every
grind, yeah.
day talking to you guys and interacting. Like, I miss all that, and I miss those
Yeah.
days, like, especially
But now
back
we
in,
have like something fun that we're going to put that amount of energy into,
mm-hmm.
and we'll get to show that process online,
Yeah.
you know, rather
And
than
what Elle Mills said it perfectly. Like, she loved her YouTube journey, and she just got to a point where she didn't want to be the product anymore. Like, I think it's time for me and Karen and the family, like the kids,
Yeah.
to not be like the center of attention for our vlogs anymore, but rather
Yeah.
than us, it'll be like our adventures and like the things that we want to show you rather than us. You know, like, we
Yeah.
showed us growing up.
Us
As a
learning how to
family.
be like learning how to be parents,
Yeah.
like
Wow, it's crazy. They literally were with us the entire way for us learning how to raise
yeah,
a kid and a family.
we're still learning every day.
Oh, definitely still learning. But that's cool. I didn't think about that.
I know.
They've saw us learn how
Yeah.
to be.
And I'll forever be grateful for like the memories that we've captured. But if you guys have been following us now, like I wouldn't describe us as the same at Cake and Baby J as we were back then, because we used to share everything.
Yeah.
Like the kids waking up in the morning to us going to bed. Like now it's mostly about me and Khoa, and obviously the kids are a part of our journey, so they're in the vlogs, but it's not, YouTube isn't how it was before, you know? So, and I honestly like it.
And too much of anything, it really shows like too much of anything can be bad. So, I mean, like, I think showing everything like we did was awesome. And we were very genuine and open with our audience. And I think they loved that. But then it started getting to a point where, like, bad people, like, we started attracting, like trolls and stuff like that. And they started, like, sending CPS to our house and, like,
Yeah.
just,
Well,
like, doing all
I
sorts of
think
stuff because we were so open and they just, like, knew too much.
Yeah.
And like, good people knowing too much is, or not too much, but good people knowing like how open we are in our lives is not a bad thing. But whenever you get like trolls like that, so then it like we like kind of went back in our shell, and I think a lot of you guys saw that, and it turned like a lot of people like away from our channel because they were saying they miss how open we were. But I hope they understand like why we had to go into a shell and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, but I was thinking the other day, like, all the people that's been here with us from the beginning of our journey to now and in the future, and even the people that like aren't subscribed anymore for their own reasons, maybe they don't like us anymore, or because like they just grew out of love with us and they just like found different interests and stuff. Like, I even appreciate them. Like, I appreciate all you guys for being here with us, and me and Karen will never forget you guys.
Yeah, but if you think about it, like the people, like it's been 7 years since we started.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine if they started watching us in high school. They're in college now.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, or
me
even
in
out of college, yeah.
I would never be able to keep up with anyone. Like it was just too much.
Well, I still keep up with. Yeah, you're right. Me personally, there's been people that I used to watch daily, but I
Yeah.
don't anymore.
But
Because
you don't not
not
like
because
them.
I don't
Yeah,
like them, but it's
exactly.
because I've grown out of them, and that's happened to every YouTuber. And
Yeah.
but I was just saying, even those people who I just
We're happy to have
yeah,
had you along for the ride
exactly.
at one point.
You affected us. You
Yeah.
affected our lives, and maybe we affected your lives. But yeah, at one point or another, I just want to say thank you
Yeah.
to everyone.
I cannot believe we have been on YouTube for it's coming up on 8 years,
Yeah.
because when Jackson was born is when we really started daily vlogging. So
Yeah. Our YouTube channel is like a whole nother baby.
I know, insane. And we're gonna have a 5th baby and a girl. And I feel like I've already, if you guys follow me on TikTok, I've already like kind of talked about how I feel about having a girl, but I haven't heard you talk about it like to them. So I was just wondering if you wanted to talk about it.
About how I feel about having a girl.
Yeah. Are you nervous?
My uncle actually texted me this morning. I was like, boy, you crazy.
Why?
He's like, you got a lot of kids, but he said, finally, like, you're blessed with a girl. And he,
Everyone's like, finally.
yeah,
But,
like, my
honestly, I
whole
feel
family.
like it wasn't something that I felt I was missing out on.
Yeah,
You know, it was
same.
just something I just felt like, oh, it was never meant to be.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
the way this happened,
I wasn't sad about it at all. Like, honestly, I thought we were going to stop at Sutton. And then, yeah, I thought we were going to stop at Sutton, and I was happy.
Yeah.
Just like you said, like, I wasn't like, oh, man, like, I need a girl. I wish I had a girl. I know it would be nice because girls are amazing.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, I don't know. My uncle texted me, was like, because he has girls. And
Yeah.
he's like, it's going to be different. I'm so
Yeah.
happy for you.
I know.
And
it just
and everyone's
feels meant
happy.
to be.
Yeah.
Like, especially the way it happened and like how
Yeah.
how long it took for Hanson and all the miscarriage that we had before, and then this one just like coming out of the blue, like we weren't even thinking about it, like having another one, and then boom.
Yeah.
And then of course that one is a girl.
Yeah, crazy.
So-
Yeah. And then so I told my uncle, I was like, she will always have at least one brother with her wherever she goes for the rest of her life.
I used to tell everyone when they're like, don't you really want a girl? I'd be like, you know, honestly, if we had a girl, Quad probably be in jail at one point in his life. So
No, not jail.
in some kind of fight predicament, you know.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean,
No, you know what Qua said? He said if I
but-
ever have to step in before her 4 brothers do, I'm gonna be really disappointed. Like if she's in a spot, like I want her to be able to call her 4 older brothers and like
Yeah. And I feel like they all do have each other's backs. Like even whenever it comes to like telling on each other, like before they tell us, the parents, on each other, like let's say Landon did something wrong and Sutton is coming to tell, Landon will be like, Sutton, you're really gonna tell on me? And then Sutton will be like, oh, okay, no, you're my brother, I love you, I'm
Yeah,
not gonna tell
you're
on
my
you.
best friend, so I won't
yeah
tell
yeah
on you.
yeah and
Yeah.
they're like, oh no, you didn't do anything wrong, and then like whenever they spilled the sweet tea the other day, I walk over and I see both of them cleaning it up. And they're like, oh no. And they're like helping each other out, so I feel like they got each other's backs, and
Yeah.
I know for sure.
Well, I feel like I had a discussion with them recently, and I was like, listen, because there was a point where they were fighting like every day, and I was like, this needs to stop. And I was like, listen, one day, mommy and daddy are not going to be in the same house as you. We're not going to be, maybe we'll be further away. Maybe we've moved to the beach, the house that you built me, you know, and all you're going to have is your brothers. And don't you want them to be there for you? You want to be able to call them and be like, hey, come help me with this. You don't want them to be like, no, they were mean to me growing up, I don't want to be their friend anymore, you know?
Yeah.
Like you guys need
Did
to
they understand you?
yeah, then I feel like that's whenever it really started to like calm down, because I was like, listen, they're your best friend, you need to have each other's back. Like
Yeah, my siblings, besides Milang,
rude.
we were no, I mean like we're 10 years apart. I mean like we still got her back, but me, Jackie, and Kang growing up, like we literally only had each other because my parents were always working every day. So like we literally had to have each other's backs, and yeah, in school, on the bus, walking home, wherever, like even just like eating and surviving and stuff like that, like making each other food. Yeah, so I feel like because you and me are always around, our kids don't have that kind of like
survival mode
bond
Yeah.
with each other because they have you and me. But
yeah,
I'm sure they'll have something. Yeah, me and my brother and sisters like to this day we're all still pretty close, except for Milang. She's kind of a little shit.
I could see you like
Well,
kneeling
not in like a
down.
bad way, but she just had it all growing up, and she didn't have to go through like what us 3 went through. So she's kind of like, you know, like the little princess, and she gets whatever she wants, which is
That's
not a
gonna
bad
be
thing.
this one, I
I'm
feel
happy.
like.
I'm happy that she didn't have to go through what me and my siblings went through. But
Qua's not
she's
gonna
just
be
different
able
from us.
to tell this one no. I feel like he already like Hanson is his like
Oh my
like,
baby.
does not, like, if- does not want to tell
he
him
is
no
on
for
my
anything.
hip 24/7.
Yeah.
I love it though, because honestly, I'm not kidding. I I thought he was gonna be like, so I thought Sutton was the last, and I thought Hanson was the very last. So
Yeah.
I've been soaking in every single second, literally staring at his fingers and his toes. Like, this is the last time
Like,
I'll see my own little baby's fingers and toes like this small. Like, this is the
literally.
last baby I'll ever have, and I've been soaking it in. And now we have another one.
And
on the way.
after I had Hanson, I took off for like 2 months. Like, did not do any recording, did not do any brand deals, didn't do any emails, didn't even look at anything. And I literally was in bed with Hanson for like 2 months straight, like recovering, and well, not just in bed, but like just with him all the time. I remember being like, this is going to be the last time that I get to do this, like breastfeeding, taking care of a newborn, waking up all night. Like, I didn't care that I was like up at night feeding him. Like, I was so happy to be doing it. And it's just crazy now that I get to do that again. And I'm like, honestly, super excited. Like, I was a little like, obviously when we first found out, we were a little stressed, and I was like, oh my gosh, a fifth baby.
I was very stressed. Did you see my face when you showed me the
Yes.
test?
I know. And I was just like, oh my God, can we do this? Like, I mean, yeah, we can, but I was just like freaking out a little bit. And then I think, I forget when it was, but just like in my head it clicked, and I was like, oh my God, I get to do this one more time all over again. Like, I'm grateful.
Yeah. I'm grateful too. And just the fact that it's a girl this time, it's like, what the
I know,
heck?
you haven't really answered how you feel about
Well,
it.
you keep talking over me. Okay, all right. What do you want me to say about how I feel? I told you how I felt.
How?
I'm very excited.
You
I'm
don't know
very
how to
excited.
feel?
I don't really know how to. Yeah. Well, I'm also like, what the heck too? Because
Do you like
I think
believe
at
it's
first
a girl?
it'll be the same thing because a baby is a baby and there's not
Yeah.
really much difference. Is there a difference? Like, do they act different?
Well,
I feel like a newborn is a newborn, no?
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, every baby's different, but
Mm-hmm.
like obviously the diapers are going to be a lot different, and I've never really dealt with that. Like, I mean, me myself, I have
Yeah,
what,
no.
what you know what I mean?
No, yeah,
But
I know
like,
what you mean. Oh my gosh. No, but I do. So whenever Milan was born, I was like 10 years old, and my mom and dad were still like always working. My dad was like in Vietnam actually a lot of the times, and so my mom was working every day. And so like literally, I kid you not, we raised Milan as a newborn,
Yeah.
like making formula and stuff in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
And everything changing her diapers. But back then, I don't know if it's because we didn't have money or like my mom didn't want to buy wipes, but I remember the diaper changes. We would put her in the sink every time, no matter what, if it was like poop or a pee.
oh,
TMI. And yeah, and we would just change her diaper that way, like just clean her under the sink every single time.
yeah.
And yeah, are
It's
we gonna
just
do that again or no?
No, I think we can do
Okay.
wipes.
Oh,
We
okay.
don't
All right.
need to
Well,
put
all
her
right,
in the
after
sink.
4 boys, you would think I'd know, but I don't know. This is a whole different,
Yeah.
a whole different.
And Hanson was like such a good baby.
He still is such a good
No,
baby.
he still is a really good baby. But the thing is with us is like we skip every other baby is a good baby. So I was like, oh my God, the fifth is gonna be bad.
Yeah.
But I'm like, we just
Well,
have to
I
like
feel like
soak it
Jackson was
in.
good, and Landon was good.
No, Landon was good. Jackson had like some issues.
No,
Like
Jackson was
he
great.
cried. He was up all night. He didn't sleep through the night for a while.
Yeah.
Landon slept through the night like 4 months old, just
I
like
know,
Hanson.
yeah. Sutton was
Sutton
the
did not.
worst.
Sutton still doesn't
sleeper.
sleep through the night.
Oh yeah, no, he's still that kid's like me. He does not need sleep. But yeah, Sutton was literally the worst sleeping baby in the entire world.
Yeah.
I think literally in the world.
And all he wanted to do was breastfeed. So like my nipple ripped. Like
Okay,
it
TMI.
was a whole thing. So he was like the reason we were like, yep, we're done, because he was really hard. And then we have Hanson. He's just this angel baby. But I don't know. I also think it's like we were so busy when we had Sutton. We had 3 under 3 for like a month, you know?
Also, we had a YouTube channel too that we had to vlog and edit with every single day whenever we had
Yeah.
those 3. So
Yeah.
it's like we literally had 4 kids like pretty
So
much
I
the
feel
entire
like
time.
this
taking
one
care of
will
everything.
like Hanson. I feel like we were a lot calmer. We knew what to expect. Like, and we didn't have like.
And we didn't vlog as much with Hanson.
I didn't vlog at all during the
Oh, yeah,
first
yeah.
2 months. Maybe like a sit down question, like maybe something random here and there. But like before waking up every single day, no, we didn't do that. So I feel like like my patience. Like it's funny because I say I have no patience, but with kids I feel like I have all the patience in the world. And with Sutton, our patience was a little thin because of just having two toddlers with that.
Yeah.
So I think this one will be able to like navigate it better. And like,
And also with Hanson, like the kids help. Like
oh
if we
yeah,
need a
yeah,
diaper, if we need wipes,
they're
if
so
we need
excited
them
to
to
help.
play with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Every time
so
we
good.
change the diaper, like I'll put the diaper under and Landon like puts the tabs. Like he wants to like help. He's like, don't forget to tell me.
You know what I just realized?
Huh.
We have so many kids.
I know.
Like we're literally talking about all of our kids right now, and there's so many to talk about.
And they are so excited to have a sister.
Yeah.
Like I know, like with the gender reveal, a lot of you guys were like, oh, their faces aren't excited enough. It's gonna be another boy or something like that. Well, me and Khoa had like known already, so that's why we weren't like surprised. But also, like, had we filmed our reaction, we had like no reaction because we didn't believe it. I feel like, you know, we weren't like, oh my god, what? You know, we were just like, it's a girl, and then we were like on Google for an hour. So
yeah, we're like, how accurate is this test?
Yeah, so
we didn't think it was possible.
Even if we film, I know a lot of you guys were like, I wish you filmed it. It would have been like, what? Like we would have been like. You know what I mean?
Your reaction would have been gold.
You think so?
Because you threw your phone.
Well, because I was just like, I just said, it's a girl, and I dropped my phone to the bed.
Your phone. I watched your phone fly up in the air, and I was like still half asleep, and you freaked out, and I saw your phone go up in the air. I'm like, what? What is it?
Yeah, but then immediately after, we were like, okay, wait, is this real? And then the kids, like Jackson, like took him a while to register, but like once... like he realized his smile was just like golden. Landon was like jaw to the floor, and Sutton was just upset that his popper didn't go off, so he was like like you know. So but now Sutton comes up to me all the time and he's like,
gosh, hugs your belly,
how much longer till the baby gets here? And he's very interested in how the baby comes out of me, because I explained to him that like I get C-sections and they cut me open, and he's like very concerned.
You told him all that?
Yeah. And he's like, so do they give you medicine? Your watch is shining into my eyeball.
Sorry.
He's like, do they give you medicine, or they just start cutting? I'm like, no, I get medicine. He's like, do you lose a lot of blood, or do they give you more? Like he's kind of concerned with like how I'm gonna be now that I explained him that, which is super cute. And Landon is so excited. Jackson just comes up. All of them come up and hold my belly all the time, and it's fun to see them like
at this age, because they understand there's a baby coming.
Yeah. I mean, they understood Hanson too, but I feel like they're like a year older. They're like so much more grown up. I feel like it's crazy.
No, so yeah, we are very excited for the future.
I know, and I'm excited to like let you guys know, and I'm gonna start posting or let you guys know about like the new businesses and stuff we're doing, and like I'm gonna start posting on Bayts podcast stories and asking, like doing polls and questions and showing you guys how you can like send in stuff and all of that. I'm gonna get that organized.
And also, just like we said at the beginning, this podcast, it started out and ended and started out and ended, and like we mainly talked about ourselves like a lot, but eventually we want this podcast to be about just like,
we want to hear your guys' stories, we want to hear your guys' opinions, we want to involve you guys a lot in the podcast, and like hear your voices come through, as well as like our opinions and ourselves, you know, like
and like we don't want to focus on ourselves as much, and just like talk about ourselves like the whole podcast. Like we want to talk about you guys, and
because we already have a YouTube channel where that's where we talk about ourselves, that's where we show our memories and stuff. It's kind of repetitive when we come here and we say the same thing.
And we do want to talk about like our views and opinions on things on social media and stuff like that, which is like pretty much what Bayts is about. Be a YouTuber, they said.
Exactly.
And you guys asking us questions, maybe you guys are YouTubers as well, and you guys can come on the podcast. And
we want to have guests. We want to like bring Oscar on. We want to bring Elle Mills on.
Bring Corinna on.
Yeah, maybe if we can get her to sit down long enough.
she'll have a guest appearance for a few minutes.
2-minute Q&A with Corinna.
Okay.
But yeah.
But yeah, I have to go to the DMV.
Yeah, Khoa let his registration expire.
I didn't know.
He hasn't been driving it. It's the GTR that's parked in the garage all the time. But it's just funny because
Yeah, a cop pulled me over. Was like, "Are you good?" I was like, "Yeah," and I wasn't speeding or anything, so I was like in full defense mode. I was like, "Yeah, I'm good." I was like, "My headlights aren't out, my tail lights aren't out," and I couldn't think of why he pulled me over. He goes, "Are you sure you're good?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm
He literally
good."
hadn't driven the car in forever, you know?
Yeah, and he goes, "Bro, look at your tag." And I was like, I looked at it. It's like 2000. I think it's 2020.
Yeah,
Since
at
I
least he was
renewed
like
it.
nice about it.
Yeah, and he's like, "Go to the DMV, bro." Like he was like a cool guy, and I was like, "Oh,
I know.
all right, my bad. I appreciate it." Yeah,
So,
he was
getting
really
that
nice about it.
all fixed today. But yeah. Let us know. Go to and follow Bates. We're gonna do a giveaway over there on the Instagram. We're gonna give away some what are they called? AirPod Maxes
Yes,
and an iPhone.
to listen to the podcast.
Yep. And
Wait, an iPhone? We're gonna give away an iPhone?
yeah.
Goodness gracious, woman. Okay, all right, we're doing.
We're
all sorts
already
of
broke
giveaways.
doing this podcast.
Yeah, jeez.
Breaking even.
You know, I gave away like 100 mics.
I know.
Okay, guys. Thank you so much for listening.
Yeah, let us
and,
know how you like this episode and what you're excited to see more of and all of that.
And we'll talk to you next time.
Bye.